What if I told you that everything you think you know about reality is incomplete? That there's an invisible force inside you, a hidden eye that, once opened, allows you to see beyond the illusion and even shape the world around you. Sounds crazy, right? But ancient civilizations knew about this secret long before modern science even existed. The Egyptians, Hindus, and Taoist masters all spoke about a third eye, a gateway to higher consciousness. But here's the real question. Why was this knowledge hidden? Why do so few people even know this power exists? Maybe because someone doesn't want you to. But today, that changes. In this video, you'll discover what the third eye really is, how it can transform your perception, and most importantly, how to use it to master your reality. And if you think this is just some mystical fantasy, stick around, because by the end of this, you'll never see the world the same way again. So before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because what you're about to learn might just change everything. Now let's begin. Have you ever felt like there's something more to reality? Something just beyond what your eyes can see? Like there's an invisible force guiding you, or patterns in life that seem too perfect to be random? Well, you're not alone. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations have spoken about a hidden power within us, the third eye. The Egyptians symbolized it with the Eye of Horus. Hindu traditions call it the Ajna chakra, and Taoist masters described it as a gateway to higher dimensions. But if this eye is so powerful, why does almost no one talk about it? The truth is, knowledge of the third eye has been deliberately kept secret. Esoteric societies, from the Rosicrucians to certain elite religious groups, have studied this hidden power for centuries, but rarely shared their discoveries. Why? Because someone who truly sees beyond the illusion is much harder to control. Even modern religions contain hints about it, hidden in metaphors and sacred texts. And here's the wild part. This isn't just mystical speculation. Science has confirmed the existence of a physical third eye within us, the pineal gland. The pineal gland, located deep in the brain, regulates sleep cycles and produces DMT, dimethyltryptamine, a substance known for inducing mystical and out-of-body experiences. Indigenous shamans and ancient monks have used natural methods to stimulate this gland for centuries, accessing visions, heightened intuition, and even altered states of reality. Some even say that psychedelic experiences caused by ayahuasca or meditation are temporary activations of the third eye, allowing people to glimpse dimensions beyond the physical. But if we all have this hidden power, why don't more people experience it? Well, think about how society is structured. From childhood, we're conditioned to accept reality exactly as it's presented. The education system, the media, and even the food we eat keep us in a predictable routine, preventing us from questioning deeper truths. Some researchers believe that the fluoride in tap water and toothpaste plays a role in calcifying the pineal gland, keeping it dormant. After all, an awakened population that sees beyond deception is much harder to manipulate. What's even crazier is that many people are already experiencing third eye activation without realizing it. Have you ever had a powerful déjà vu? A dream so vivid it felt real? Or a gut feeling that turned out to be 100% right? These could all be signs that your third eye is trying to wake up. Some people even report seeing geometric patterns or bright flashes of light out of nowhere, clear indicators that their perception is expanding beyond the normal 5 senses. Now, imagine if you could control this power instead of experiencing it randomly. What if you could train yourself to see beyond illusions and truly understand the hidden nature of reality? But before we get to the how, we need to answer an even bigger question. What exactly is reality? And is it as real as we think? Banner. The next chapter, we'll explore how the third eye reveals the illusion of the physical world and changes how we see everything. Have you ever felt like something is off about the world, but you can't quite explain what? Like there's a deeper truth hiding beneath the surface of everyday life? If you've ever questioned why things are the way they are, congratulations. You're already starting to see beyond the illusion. The truth is, what we call reality might not be as solid as we've been led to believe. And once the third eye begins to open, you start noticing things that most people overlook. From the moment we're born, we're conditioned to accept a very limited version of reality. School teaches us to think in straight lines. The media tells us what to care about, and social norms dictate how we should live. But what if I told you that most of these systems exist to keep you trapped in a mental cage? The way we experience the world is filtered through our five senses, but science has proven that our eyes only detect a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. In other words, there's a whole universe of information around us that we simply cannot see, unless of course we learn how to access it. The third eye is like a hidden antenna that picks up on things beyond normal perception. Ever heard of synchronicities? Those bizarre coincidences that feel too meaningful to be random? Like thinking about someone and then getting a message from them seconds later? Or suddenly stumbling upon the exact information you need at just the right time? These aren't just random events. When the third eye is active, you start seeing the invisible threads that connect everything. The world begins to feel less like a chaotic mess and more like a carefully designed pattern. And here's where things get really interesting. Many people who experience a third eye awakening report feeling like reality itself is shifting. Time starts to feel flexible. People's true intentions become more obvious, and they notice repeating number patterns like 1111 or 333 appearing everywhere. Some even describe seeing a faint glow around people, as if they're picking up on energy fields or auras. At first, this can be overwhelming, but once you learn to navigate it, it becomes an incredibly powerful tool. But be warned, seeing through the illusion of reality isn't always comfortable. The third eye doesn't just reveal the beauty of the universe, it also exposes truths that some people would rather ignore. You might realize that certain beliefs you held were false, that some people in your life aren't as genuine as they seemed, or that the world isn't nearly as fair as you once thought. Many people go through a phase of disillusionment where they struggle to integrate their new awareness with the normal world. But this isn't a bad thing. It's a necessary part of the process. Once you wake up, you can never truly go back to sleep. So if reality isn't as rigid as we thought, and if our perception shapes what we experience, the next logical step is learning how to use this power to our advantage. In the next chapter, we'll dive into advanced techniques for activating the third eye, so you can take control of your perception and start unlocking the full potential of your mind. So now you know that the third eye can completely change how you see the world. But the real question is, how do you actually activate it? The good news? You already have everything you need inside you. The bad news? Most people never awaken their full potential because they don't even know where to start. The third eye is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it stays weak. But with the right techniques, you can strengthen it and unlock an entirely new level of perception. The first step is detoxifying the pineal gland, which is believed to be the physical third eye in the brain. One of the biggest enemies of this process: fluoride. This chemical is found in tap water, toothpaste, and processed foods, and it's been linked to the calcification of the pineal gland. If you want to fully awaken your perception, start by switching to fluoride-free toothpaste, drinking filtered water, and cutting back on highly processed foods. It sounds simple, but these small changes can make a huge difference over time. Once you've started clearing out the physical blockages, it's time to work on the mental and energetic activation. One of the most powerful methods is third eye meditation. Here's how to do it. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus all your attention on the spot between your eyebrows. Imagine a bright, pulsating light, deep purple or indigo, expanding in your mind. If you practice consistently, you may start feeling a pressure or tingling sensation in the area. That's a sign that your third eye is waking up. Another game-changing technique is sound frequency activation. Everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency, and the third eye responds strongly to specific sounds. The most well-known is the OM mantra, which has been used in spiritual traditions for centuries. Chanting OM during meditation helps stimulate the pineal gland and increase awareness. If chanting isn't your thing, you can also listen to binaural beats or 432 Hz frequencies, which are known to activate higher states of consciousness. But third eye activation isn't just about sitting in meditation. It's also about what you feed your mind and body. Foods rich in antioxidants like cacao, blueberries, spirulina, and walnuts help protect and nourish the pineal gland. Sunlight is another powerful activator. The pineal gland responds directly to natural light. So spending more time outdoors and limiting artificial lighting can enhance its function. Even something as simple as watching the sunrise can help reset your internal rhythms and strengthen your perception. Now that you know how to activate the third eye, the next step is learning to handle the changes that come with it. Because once your perception expands, you won't just see reality differently, you'll experience life in a completely new way. In the next chapter, we'll explore what happens after activation and how to integrate your new awareness into everyday life without feeling overwhelmed. So you've started activating your third eye. Maybe you've noticed subtle shifts. Your intuition feels sharper, your dreams are more vivid, or you're picking up on energies you never noticed before. But what happens when this awareness goes even deeper? The truth is, once the third eye fully awakens, your perception of reality will never be the same again. It's like stepping into a new dimension where you see things others don't, and that can be both exciting and overwhelming. One of the first things people experience is a major boost in intuition. You start sensing things before they happen, picking up on people's true emotions, and just knowing things without being told. You might walk into a room and instantly feel the energy shift, or realize that you can sense when someone is lying, even if they seem completely honest. This isn't magic, it's just heightened awareness. Most people ignore these gut feelings, but when your third eye is active, you start trusting them and they usually turn out to be right. Another huge change is in the way you perceive time and patterns. Ever noticed how some people seem to be in the right place at the right time, like the universe is guiding them? That's not luck, that's being in sync with the flow of reality. When your third eye is open, you become hyper-aware of synchronicities, those strange coincidences that feel too meaningful to be random. You think of someone and they call. You see the same number pattern over and over, like 1111 or 333. It's like the universe is constantly dropping hints, and now you finally see them. But here's something they don't tell you. This awakening process isn't always easy. At first, it can feel like your entire world is shifting. You may start questioning old beliefs, realizing that many things you once accepted as truth were actually just social conditioning. Some relationships may feel out of alignment, and certain habits or environments might suddenly feel draining. This phase can be confusing, but it's part of the process. The key is to embrace the change rather than resist it. The more you align with this new awareness, the more clarity and peace you'll find. Physical changes can also happen. Some people report increased sensitivity to light and sound, as if their senses have been turned up. Others experience more vivid dreams, lucid dreaming, or even out-of-body experiences. Some even say they start seeing subtle energy fields or auras around people. If this happens to you, don't panic. It's just your perception adjusting to a higher level of awareness. The best thing you can do is stay grounded through meditation, nature, and deep breathing. Now that you understand the impact of third eye activation, it's time for the most exciting part, learning how to use this power to shape your reality. Because what's the point of having an awakened mind if you're not using it to create the life you truly want? Now that your third eye is open, you're seeing reality in a completely new way. But here's the real secret. You're not just an observer, you're a creator. The way you think, feel, and focus your energy has a direct impact on what happens in your life. And now that you're aware of this, you can start using it to your advantage. This isn't just some positive thinking concept. It's about understanding how energy, frequency, and intention work together to shape your experiences. The first key to conscious reality creation is understanding vibration. Everything, your thoughts, emotions, even your words, carries a frequency. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling great, everything seems to flow effortlessly? Opportunities appear, people are drawn to you, and life just seems easier. But when you're stressed or stuck in negative thoughts, problems seem to multiply? That's not a coincidence. Your energy attracts experiences that match its frequency. So if you want to change your reality, you have to start by changing your internal energy. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through visualization. Now that your third eye is active, your ability to imagine and see things in your mind's eye is stronger than ever. Use this to your advantage. Every day, take a few minutes to close your eyes and visualize exactly what you want. Imagine it as if it's already real. Feel the emotions, see the details, hear the sounds. The clearer and more intense your visualization, the stronger the energy you send out. This technique is used by top athletes, business leaders, and spiritual masters alike because it works. But here's something most people overlook. Manifestation isn't just about thinking, it's also about action. Your intuition is now sharper than ever, and if you pay attention, you'll start noticing little nudges guiding you in the right direction. Maybe you feel an urge to reach out to someone, apply for a job, or start a new project. These aren't random thoughts, they're signals. Your third eye allows you to tap into a higher level of intelligence, and the more you follow these intuitive impulses, the faster your reality starts shifting. Finally, there's trust and alignment. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to manifest their desires is because they're filled with doubt. They ask for something, but deep down, they don't really believe it will happen. When you activate your third eye, you start to see that the universe is always responding to your energy, whether you realize it or not. Instead of constantly questioning when or how things will happen, practice trust. Stay in alignment with your vision, keep your energy high, and take inspired action. When you do this, the reality you desire starts unfolding naturally. So, now the question is, what kind of reality will you create? The third eye isn't just about seeing beyond illusions. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape your life in ways you never imagined. And the more you practice, the more effortless it becomes. Now that you know the true power of the third eye, the real question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Will you keep living on autopilot, or will you start unlocking your full potential? The choice is yours. Awakening your third eye isn't something that happens overnight, but every step you take brings you closer to a completely new way of seeing reality. And I want to know, have you ever experienced something strange that could be linked to your third eye? déjà vu, intense synchronicities, dreams that felt more real than waking life. Drop a comment below and share your experience. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. There's so much more to uncover about the hidden forces shaping our reality, and in the next videos, we'll go even deeper. See you there.